CLA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA. Both teams tonight dealing with some injuries. Here's a look at who's out for the evening.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. They've got Ivica Zubac. Marcus Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Jackson, and it's George in at the two-guard position. And for Portland, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Powell is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the center, locking down the middle. So the Portland Trailblazers able to put the first points up on the board. And that one's good, George. Plenty of experience, Greg, on the floor tonight. How does that shape what we're about to see, do you think?
You know, Kevin, this is one of those games where guys are going to be smart out on the floor. They're going to be in the right positions to make plays. And honestly, this could come down to who makes the bigger, tougher shots.
Now, here's George. Following the missed shot by Nurkic. Leonard, and he lays it straight in.
Excellent pass, PG-13, keeping his eyes up, using his vision.
Jackson against Lillard. And Damian Lillard throws it down hard.
Wow, we are going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Greg. That was special. That was really special. Now, here is George. Morris finds George. 5 to shoot. No good that time. And the Trailblazers going the other way.
And you look at Robert Covington, first team all defense in 2018, the kind of versatile stopper that every team in the league could use.
So it's the Clippers now. Portland knocking down that triple moments ago. Pass to Zubac. George with the bucket. And Covington maybe not a star, but he's a winning player. We've seen that.
And the perfect example of that 3-and-D role player. Can guard 4 or 5 positions and can definitely sling it from outside.
Here's Nurkic. Paul George making his last shot. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers.
And uses balance along with fluidity to finish at the rim. Nurkic is a unique big.
Now here's Jackson. To the inside. Zubac kicks to Jackson. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. Jones checked in for C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in for Lillard. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Marcus Morris. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for George. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Jackson. Clippers trail by 5. Kennard on the wing. From deep. And it's Portland with the rebound. Here's Powell. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
For the Clippers, Mann's checked in, and it's Patrick Beverley in for Rajon Rondo. Now, here's Kennard to halt the run, and Kanter pulls it down.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
You know, we're seeing players move further and further back to create space, but that does make it a tougher shot.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Kennard, the pass to Cousins. Back to Kennard. And it comes off the front of the rim.
Yeah, he's kicking himself. No defenders to be found in that mid-range area.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
They established the pace. They made shots. This is why they're way out in front.
From deep three-point range, and again, it's the Clippers missing.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly. And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
They came in prepared, focused, and really jumped on the other team early.
Batum finds Beverly. Right side, Batum. Here's Mann. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Powell for 3. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. Powell's got 13 points.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Mann gets the bucket. Portland leading by 14. Here's Simons. Powell, the pass to Carmelo. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
And you can see their strategy coming in. They want to control the paint.
This is my type of approach. Get some high percentage looks. Then later, you can play inside out.
And so it's Portland with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down.
Old school basketball.
Now, pound for pound, Greg, Beverly may be the most physical player in the league.
And he also gets in your head. It's a combination that allows him to get stops against guys as big as Kevin Durant.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And looking at what we've seen, Trailblazers pretty much in control here.
Well, you have to love what they've done offensively after that first period.
Crushing it, absolutely crushing it. Shooting lights out, building a big lead here early on.
They've got Powell. Anthony is out there with Enes Kanter. Then there's Derek Jones. And it's Lillard in at the point. They're the group the Portland Trailblazers will start the second quarter with. Here's Batum. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
That's good planning, and that's good execution. And that's a great look.
Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. Out to Anthony. Plenty of space. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Anthony's got 4 points now in the quarter. Cousins, the pass to Beverly. A 3-ball. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist.
One thing we know about Beverly, he plays with a lot of confidence. Believes every shot is going in.
Up top, Cantor. Offensive rebound. Goes up again. That's a miss, his second after 2 shots.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
And this is how you score in transition. And Paul George, you just have to appreciate his hustle.
Here's Lillard. And Kanter now top the key. Back to Lillard. Clock at 6. Cams the shot with nobody near him.
You won't find too many players with a better understanding of the pick and roll than Lillard. He runs that set to a T.
Here's George. Here's Cousins. And another shot. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Kanter's got his 8th rebound here tonight. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. Now, we have seen continued growth with the NBA's affiliated leagues the last few years. Think about the explosion in popularity of the WNBA, the Basketball Africa League, expansion of the 2K League, greater pay in the WNBA and the G League pathway, along with the unionization of G League players. The league continues to show its commitment to expanding opportunities on multiple levels. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, David. Well, Greg, with your son getting drafted, you joined the ranks of some historic NBA father-son duos.
You know, I got the opportunity to play with Arvydas Sabonis in Portland, and remember DeMontis as a little kid.
No
now
kidding.
He's an all-star
kidding.
last year. And, you know, I think you're going to have an influx of that in the coming years. Dwayne Wade's son is a terrific player. We know about LeBron's son's ability. He's possibly heading to the league one day. You just never know. I'm as a dad that's going to get the opportunity to watch his son play excited, but I think you're going to see more of this in the future.
Cole and Greg Anthony. I like the way that sounds. Lillard surveying the D. Nice 4 for 7 from the floor with that shot.
What strength from Lillard. Just not allowing the defense to have the last word.
Leonard draws the double. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. A fantastic mobile one block. This one deserves another look.
And he's all over that shot. Has it read the whole way and gets the position he needs to make a play.
And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for Portland. They led by as many as 18 points. Yes, that goes in. Covington's got his first points of the night.
All-out effort all the time. Covington was undrafted, and he's worked his way into NBA minutes.
And Leonard gets it to go on the assist by Rondo. 6 points for Kawhi Leonard.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Lillard outside. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on Rajon Rondo.
And when Lillard sees an opening, he takes full advantage. Skilled at drawing contact.
Kennard, he's checked in for the Clippers.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
34 seconds left in the first half. From downtown. And it's rebounded by Covington.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Anthony against Zubac. Anthony dishes to Lillard. Portland needs to get off a shot, and he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Six seconds left in the second quarter. High post, Zubac. And so... Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime, so we'll be back in just...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
After 2 quarters, it's Portland out in front. They are way out in front, leading by... Thanks for joining.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Clippers trail by 17. So for the Clippers right now, we've got Kawhi Leonard, Reggie Jackson out there with Paul George. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Morris in at the power forward. Nurkic kicks to Powell. From past the arc. Morris with the rebound. And it's the Clippers ball. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Like a gazelle cruising down the court, Kawhi's difficult to stay with in transition.
And guys, even though he's in a big market, Kawhi Leonard still not one for the spotlight.
That is so true. It's not about the fame for him. He's in L.A., but Kawhi Leonard stays in his bubble. All the trappings that come with being a great player, he's truly focused on the love of the game, winning and being the best possible player he can be.
Leonard and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
That's lit right there, courtesy of Kawhi's natural explosiveness.
Lillard with it. George picks him up. And Lillard kicks to Powell. Jackson against McCollum. Launches it. And Robert Covington picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Sometimes it's just better to concede a rebound instead of fighting through the guy and getting called for over the back.
I will say I like the aggressiveness, but you hurt your team making poor decisions, and that was one of them.
Cantor checked in for the Trailblazers. Derek Jones comes in for Norman Powell. Lillard outside. And there's the pass to Cantor. Near the three-point line, it's McCollum. Again, the Trailblazers score.
And that's an element McCollum brings to their offense, the ability to drain the outside shot. It stretches the defense and makes them keep bodies on the perimeter.
The homecoming for Paul George, playing in L.A. with the Clippers. They gave up a king's ransom to OKC. 5 first-round picks and Danilo Gallinari and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Simons, he's checked in for Damian Lillard. And the Clippers with a change here, too. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Zubats. Here's McCollum. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Trailblazers lead by 15.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Outside, George. George double-teamed. Rebound by the Trailblazers. They led by as many as 18 points.
And guys, the Clippers were willing to give almost anything for PG because they basically got Kawhi Leonard in the deal as well.
And let's remember, GA, he could have been a Laker. They would have had to trade away the second pick in the 2017 draft. That or Brandon Ingram. Their loss became the Clippers' game.
The deep three from George. No good with the triple.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Pass to McCollum. Goes up on the wing. And Portland again with the bucket.
What a professional. McCollum's reliability on offense is such a gift to his team.
From deep, George. And it's George again missing.
At some point, when you recognize someone's this out of rhythm, you have to shift to something else.
To the paint. Here's Cantor. That one doesn't go. The Clippers go the other way with it. Here's Leonard. And the layup's good off the glass. Leonard's got 6 points in the quarter.
And this team's struggles are not his fault. He's putting in work at the offensive end.
Passes to Covington. It's Jones on the wing. He's covered by Leonard. Jones, the pass to McCollum. 6 to shoot. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Jones has got 3 assists now in this one.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Here's George. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. George has got 10 points in the game.
At 6'8", Paul George is a threat inside, looking very comfortable from in there.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed in there for some reason, I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Anthony's checked in. And then for Los Angeles, Mann's checked in. And it's Kennard in for Paul George. So for the Trailblazers, Nurkic checked in for Enes Kanter. And Norman Powell subbed in for Jones. Free throw good, Nicholas Batum.
And Batum brings length and a versatile game to his spot on the wing. And his defense, always a big asset for this team. He's the kind of player that everybody needs to have out there. Kind of a glue guy.
McCollum against Kennard. Anthony dishes to McCollum. Over Kennard. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
And when you think of McCollum, the word efficient comes to mind. This guy just shoots the ball and plays the game at a high level.
Damian Lillard's checked in for Portland. And it's Batum with the ball. Bringing it up for Los Angeles. It's an 18-point game.
Explosive leaping ability allows him to play the 5, even though he's a little undersized.
And for a point guard, Lillard has some hops. Outstanding at knowing when to use them for the dunk.
Here's Cousins. And the call on the shot. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Execution. This is what you practice every day. These guys are professionals. Beautiful play.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Anthony, and it's Powell in at small forward. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Lillard against Rondo. Lillard outside. That's good again. His 7th basket, 7 for 10 from the floor.
No excuse giving Lillard that kind of positioning. That's just too easy.
Pass to Zubac. Nurkic with the steal. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Here is Lillard. Just 5 on the clock. Powell kicks to Lillard. Here's Anthony. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. And the Clippers making a change here. Clippers trail by 20. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Quick shot there, and it's off target.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Lillard outside. That's in for his 8th bucket tonight. A hot 8 for 11 shooting so far.
Continuing to stoke the fire. His shot making has been absolutely superb.
And the shot goes in.
And I tell you what, they're doing their best to cut down the lead with some smart offense here in the second half. Shot selection much improved since the break.
Lillard against Beverly. Lillard outside.
Easy chance from mid-range. Wouldn't be surprised to see them run that play again.
Here's Mann. Carmelo Anthony grabs the board. Trailblazers leading by 20. Inside. Nurkic in the post. Zubac defending. Nurkic can't hit. The pass to Patterson. Now Zubac. Second shot opportunity, and it's good on the layup. Zubac has got his first points of the game.
Hustle points count just like any others. That's a great play.
And so they foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
A different look now for Portland. Enes Kanter comes in for Yusuf Nurkic, and Robert Covington subbed in for Anthony. Jackson against Lillard. Lobs it up for Kanter, and stolen by Cousins. Here's George. Here's Morris. Another shot, and George kicks to Cousins. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
And it's easy to give up after a play like that, but this team needs to keep fighting.
It's just one trip down the court, but you have to have short memory in this league or you won't last long.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Simons the pass to Little. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That's on Reggie Jackson.
And you know what? Very close to a three-point play right there.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. Clippers trail by 20.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Trailblazers.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
58 seconds left to play here in the fourth. From deep. Rebound by the Clippers. Oh, Leonard in position.
That's the leadership they're looking for from Jackson. Staying patient, surveying the court, locates the open man.
Simons surveying the D. From deep three-point range and stolen by Cousins. And there's Morris. That's good on the assist by Cousins.
On the heels of this run, you wonder where was this effort earlier on?
Well, the question becomes, are they playing that much better now, or has their opponent taken the rest of the night off?
To the middle. Power down with both hands.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
They gave the team tremendous energy tonight. The fans were fantastic. It was a true home court advantage.
And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it. And they'll have some minutes to make up for it with an injury in their roster.
Short a rotation player, nothing they can't overcome, but it does shrink your margin for error just a bit.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Powell in at the 3, the small forward. And for Milwaukee, Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Middleton in at the small forward position. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Boy, how about the effort and energy that time by Covington. Just worked his way right to the glass and got the follow-up basket.
Middleton looking it over to the inside. Lopez passes to DiVincenzo. Just 5 to shoot. And Middleton kicks to Holiday. Takes the 3. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Some veterans on these teams, Clark. What are you looking for and how that will impact the game?
Well, I think both of these teams have a really solid roster. And I love the blend of experience and youth. When you have NBA experience on the floor, there's just a level of play that you see at the defensive end that makes it enjoyable for me. So I think that's what we'll see tonight. Experienced pros getting after it. Unselfishness, always admirable in a basketball player, and Covington consistent at giving it up when one of his teammates is open.
Covington with the steal. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It goes on Chris Middleton. It's his first trip to the line.
And you look at his numbers from last year, 89% from the line, so hard to ask for much more than that.
Yeah, you know, that was one spot where they didn't have to worry about him at all. I mean, at the free throw line, he was automatic.
Just solid, really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Antetokounmpo finds DiVincenzo. Covington against Antetokounmpo. No good there. Trailblazers have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. McCollum passes to Lillard. Now here's Powell. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard.
Yeah, you know, Lillard has been so good at finding the open man, puts a lot of zip on his passes, and he knows he's responsible for getting his teammates the ball.
Now here's Giannis. Lopez right side. Over McCollum, and they get it. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
The up fake from Lopez working to perfection.
Milwaukee shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight. A different look now for Portland. Enes Kanter comes in for Yusuf Nurkic. And Carmelo Anthony subbed in for Robert Covington.
And among NBA bigs, he is known for his ability to deliver at the free throw line.
Now here's Powell. Back to Kanter. Clock at 6. And the dunk by Powell.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard.
And the Bucks with possession here after the Trailblazers pick up 2. Holiday dishes to Lopez. That shot off. Excellent D from Kanter. Powell, no one around him. Kanter, and Kanter able to finish.
And guys, you'd have to say this run really triggered by their transition offense.
And Milwaukee calls their first timeout of the game.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
And I think this timeout, guys, is where you draw up some plays that are guaranteed to create some high percentage shots.
Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Portis, he's checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Antetokounmpo. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Dante DiVincenzo. Jones checked in for Portland. And Fernie Simons comes in for Damian Lillard. Now here's McCollum, following the shot by Drew Holiday. Back to McCollum. No one near him. They get it back, and staying with the play, Anthony.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Right side Holiday. Here's Portis, and it's blocked. There's the pass to Kanter. Looking for Anthony, and gets it there. And that's collected by Drew Holiday. Bucks trail by 13. And Kanter pulls it down.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession. Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
And, you know, that involves pounding it inside, getting as many points as you can right at the rim. That demoralizes a team.
And here again, the Trailblazers in transition. Up the court they go.
It's early, but they are getting pummeled on the glass.
Well, they've got to take a stand and commit to controlling their defensive backboard. These second chance buckets are killing them.
Trying to get something going. Here's Portis. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time.
Savvy play from Holiday. Quick thinking helps him get the ball to the wide open man.
McCollum feeling it out a bit. That one off the back iron and out. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers riding a 15-point lead. We recently caught up with Drew Holiday, who talked about some trying.
Being able to go through adversity and come up.
And Greg, you feel like that pressure never really got to Holiday.
One of the toughest guards in the league, mentally and physically. He's a machine that just keeps on coming, no matter the circumstances.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a breakdown here, guys, the hustle stats for Portland.
Take note of the work they've done on the offensive glass. Guys, they've got a ton of putbacks.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunities. They're really keeping it up-tempo so far.
On the floor for Portland, Robert Covington out there with Nurkic. Then there's McCollum. Then there's Derek Jones. And it's Simons in at the one spot. Now here's Covington. Lopez with the steal. Giannis, that's a two-pointer. And the dunk by Giannis.
And Antetokounmpo is just a blur. I mean, I don't know how a 7-foot guy with that wingspan and all legs and arms can be a blur, but man, he's like a lightning bolt when he gets room to roll to the basket.
Here's Nurkic after the basket by Milwaukee. Over Lopez. It's tipped. Here's Simons, defended by DiVincenzo. Bucks trail by 13. Lopez finds Antetokounmpo. Giannis is double, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in attack mode.
Simons surveying the D. Feeds it to Covington. Jones against Middleton. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
What a play there. The hoop plus the harm.
Yeah, great concentration there. Hung in there. He didn't let that contact throw him off at all. Stayed focused on the rim, knew he was going to get hit, and still was able to finish.
Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for the Bucks. And then for the Trailblazers, Norman Powell comes in for C.J. McCollum. And Damian Lillard is subbed in for Anthony Simons. Now, here's Antetokounmpo. Greg, I know you've played for some great coaches in your day. What is it that separates the truly elite coaches, in your opinion, from just coaches that are pretty good?
I think the one attribute that's most important for a great coach is consistency. And I've said this, you can coach a lot of different ways, you can win a lot of different ways, but you've got to be sincere and true to your principles and your philosophy. And those are the coaches, and I've had them that have done it different ways, but they've been the most successful. And listen, you've also, at the professional level, you've got to have a presence about you. You got to have some charisma out there as well to get these men to buy in.
And so it's Milwaukee with it. The Blazers getting the bucket. Antetokounmpo kicks to Connaughton. Nwora, the pass to Antetokounmpo. That one misses. Now Portland takes it the other way. 17 points was their biggest margin. Here's Anthony. The shot off that time. Bucks trail by 14.
And last year showed that there's still a place in the NBA for a guy like Melo. Mostly a mid-range shooter in the league that has turned away from that. But buckets are buckets, and Melo can still light it up.
Powell, the pass to Covington. Outside Anthony. Back to Covington. Lillard outside. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Boy, I love watching Lillard turn on the Jets using that astounding speed to blaze past the defenders.
Well, Carmelo Anthony was out of the NBA for about a year, calendar-wise. Greg, were you surprised it took him so long to get a look and get back in the NBA?
Kevin, I wasn't shocked, but absolutely I was surprised. I mean, it was always going to take the right fit for Melo and the right team. And in this case, it was the Blazers. But Melo showed he has legs left in the league and can still be a positive.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Portis, he's checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Antetokounmpo. And it's Drew Holiday in for Bryn Forbes. Now, here's Cantor. And it's good, 2 points. Cantor's got his second bucket.
And usually amongst the leaders in their offensive rebound rate, Cantor gives your team found points off misses.
Here's Holiday. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. 40 seconds left in the first half. Lillard outside. Pass to Powell. Shot clock at 6. Jacks up a 3. Warrod grabs the board. Bucks trail by 14. Here's Connaughton. Passes it to Portis. Puts one up from 19. And it's Portland with the rebound. Cantor's got his 5th rebound in this one. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Portis.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
The 3 from McCollum. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Portland was looking great right away. They went to work early at both ends of the floor. And that's a wrap with the third quarter approach.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You have to like what we're seeing from Giannis Antetokounmpo.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Lopez in at the 5 spot.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Count the basket. Antetokounmpo's got 10.
Super quick in transition, the Greek Freak jumping down the throat of the defense with that speed.
Lillard surveying the D. The shot's good.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on them.
Now here is Holiday. Pass to Giannis. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. He's got 12.
And Giannis is a beast, the Greek Freak, a dominant player on the offensive end.
Lillard outside. And he goes big with the dunk over Brook Lopez.
That is not possible. What we just, is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said.
He's one of the few players in the NBA who can pull something like that off.
Here's Giannis after the Trailblazers pick up 2. That's his 6th field goal today, and that makes him now 6 for 11.
And with each season, Antetokounmpo continues to polish up his post game. He's got such a nice high release on his shot, and at his size, virtually impossible to block it.
And some changes here for the Bucks. Portis, he's checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo, and it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday. Portland also making some changes. Cantor, he's checked in for Nurkic. Jones comes in for Norman Powell, and it's Simons in for Lillard. So it's the Bucks now after the Trailblazers pick up 2. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. And Forbes kicks to Middleton. 6 on the shot clock. Free throw line jump shot. And another basket for Milwaukee.
And after an abysmal first half from the field, the shots now starting to fall.
Now here's McCollum. 5 points in the game. Down low, stolen by Middleton. Now the Bucks moving it up. Here is Forbes. No points in the game yet for him. Portis, and it's in after a nice bounce off the right side.
Boy, nice job that time, guys, from Forbes, spotting the wide open man and dropping the dime.
DiVincenzo against McCollum. 1:30 left to play in the third. And Portland again with the bucket.
And you can't give McCollum any space. Always a threat to pull the trigger.
And McCollum on the floor, all business. Off the court, he's a very outspoken player, very colorful guy. And Greg, you were saying you see a future in media for him when he stops playing.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, McCollum spoke up quickly about the seriousness of the virus when they were playing. He's very knowledgeable and shares what's on his mind. A media position after he's done playing is a very real possibility if he chooses to.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Pat Connaughton comes in for Chris Middleton. And it's Teague in for Bryn Forbes. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Anthony's checked in. Here's Teague after the made shot from Carmelo Anthony. Teague dishes to Tucker. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one's on Anthony.
You know, starting out in the D-League, then bouncing around the international circuit, Tucker took the long, hard road to get here.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Middleton's checked in. Portland also making some changes. Powell, he's checked in for C.J. McCollum. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. Now, here's Lillard. He's got 10. He feeds it to Cantor. Portis brings the double team. Cantor's shot is off. Middleton outside. And there's the pass to Teague. Middleton outside. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's Portland riding a 15-point lead. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth, they've got Anthony, Damian Lillard out there with Norman Powell. Then it's Enes Kanter, and it's Jones in at the small forward. Bucks trail by 18. Covered by Lillard. Pass to Connaughton. Middleton with it. Shoots over Powell. And too long on the shot. And he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Nurkic checked in for Jones. Now, here's Lillard. Passes it to Nurkic. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And such a polished player near the basket. Nurkic feels comfortable taking those in-close shots.
Antetokounmpo against Cantor. Antetokounmpo passes to Portis. Here's Connaughton. Holiday with it. Lays it up off the glass.
An intense competitor. It's clear that Holiday enjoys going hard at the defense and finishing on them.
Now here's Lillard. Pass to Cantor. Portis brings the double team. And Lillard kicks to Nurkic. Powell's got room. Milwaukee with the rebound.
Wide open, and still, surprisingly, he wasn't able to cash in.
And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And I tell you, it's ridiculous how much space Antetokounmpo covers in just 2 strides. I mean, the way he handles himself going to the basket, man, it is one sight to see.
And the foul on Drew Holiday. That's foul number 2 for him. A different look for Milwaukee. Lopez, he's checked in for Bobby Portis. Chris Middleton comes in for Pat Connaughton. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Bryn Forbes. Robert Covington's checked in for Portland. McCollum comes in for Anthony. Now here's McCollum. Portland needs to get off a shot. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Bucks trail by 16. Powell with the steal. And the pass to Lillard. For the 3. The shot, no good. The Bucks go the other way with it. Here's DiVincenzo. And it's slammed in by Holiday.
And Holiday's nimbleness gets him to the hoop on that one. His athletic ability is off the charts.
Holiday against Lillard. And Lillard throws it down.
My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Ugh, nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there.
Boy, I'd love to get a replay on that one. Let's keep it handy so we can see it again.
And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating.
Yeah, that was just a fantastic decision from Antetokounmpo. He's lethal in pick-and-roll situations, clearly.
They can take their time on this possession.
It wouldn't be a bad idea. Just give themselves a little bit of a break.
Lillard against Holiday. Lillard, the pass to McCollum. Nurkic kicks to Covington. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. McCollum, no good.
And, you know, he's a threat from deep, no doubt about it, but it just has not been there for him tonight. You might want to change your game plan a little bit offensively. And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for the Trailblazers.
Great, generous ball movement tonight. A thing of beauty.
Yeah, a remarkable team effort. They got everyone involved.
Here's Nurkic following the basket by Brook Lopez. 4 on the clock. Lillard dishes to Powell. No good on the 3. And it's the Bucks ball. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. And the shot is good.
You can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Yeah, you know, I agree with you. They waited too long to finally ramp themselves up.
Now here's Lillard. Stolen by Holiday. The kick out to Lopez. This one for 3. And Holiday with the basket on the assist by Lopez. Holiday's got it back down to within single digits for Milwaukee. Lillard against Holiday. And the basket by Lillard.
And for someone who spends most of his time on the perimeter, Lillard's a terrific finisher inside. His moves to the basket aren't tentative. They are strong.
And so it's Portland winning this one. They came in here and took care of business like they... Either team to score.
You know, strong on ball, in help, in transition, and both coaches doing such a great job of making the adjustments. And listen, the reality is defense still can be a factor in determining who wins and who loses.
And we're seeing it right before our eyes. And it's Leonard missing. Here's Milwaukee now. Middleton the pass to DiVincenzo. Kicks to Lopez. A shot by Holiday. Nobody around. No good from outside.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
Here's Morris. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Well, at a healthy 235, Marcus Morris is pretty good at throwing his weight around, especially on the glass.
Giannis dishes to Lopez. Middleton outside. Pass to Holiday. Back to Middleton. Clock at 6. Outside Holiday. Beyond the arc. And Middleton the bucket on the assist by Holiday.
And this is what Middleton does. Hit trades. He's one of the best in the league at helping his team space the floor.
Antetokounmpo with the ball. George picks him up. DiVincenzo passes to Antetokounmpo. A shot by Middleton. Wide open. Rebound by the Clippers. The shot by George. Wide open. Steps back and drains the jump shot.
And this is a shot Paul George makes consistently, right? When he's in rhythm, he's ready to fire off the bounce.
Antetokounmpo finds Lopez. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. The kick out to Holiday. The pass to Lopez. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires.
You have to admire that Lopez doesn't get sped up. He gets a quality shot under duress of that clock.
To the paint. It's tipped. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Antetokounmpo trying to break loose. Good on the shot. Lopez has got his second bucket of the game to go.
Brook Lopez never stops working, especially inside where he has been a force.
George with the ball. Outguarded by Giannis. Lopez with the steal. It's stolen by Morris. George against Holiday. Jackson. Back to George. Ball's knocked loose. Stolen by Middleton. And it's the Bucks on the break. Lopez right side. Off target on the 15-footer.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
And the wide open shot from Morris. Outside for George. Offensive rebound. On the wing, George. Jackson has the open look. And again, no good by the Clippers.
And even without that three ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Not everyone has the green light to take that three in transition, but he does, especially with the defense already set up protecting the paint.
Now here's Jackson. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Here's Leonard. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time.
That's the efficiency you want to see from Jackson, using his poise and vision to make a play.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. Lopez outside. There's the dish to Middleton. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Off target from three-point range. Clippers trail by 4. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
You got to love the penetration by Paul George. He's really quick on his feet, and the defense cannot handle him right now.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Free throw shooting, not an area he has worried about at all. How about last year, 88% from the line?
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Marcus Morris. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Jackson. Los Angeles has gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Right side, George. Over in the corner, Cousins. Rebound, Milwaukee. And so the first quarter is in the books. Bucks lead by 4. We'll be... This is what Giannis Antetokounmpo recently told us when he was...
For me personally, I just want to know.
And for Giannis, Greg, the consistency from range has been a focal point.
The more accurate he is from outside, the wider the driving lanes become, making him nearly impossible to stop.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
I think across the board, a number of guys have done a great job guarding multiple positions.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got. They've got Holiday. E.J. Tucker is out there with Portis. And it's Connaughton in at the 3 spot.
He's an explosive, athletic guard. And I tell you, the coaching staff must love watching Holiday in the open court.
Now, here's Kennard. He's still scoreless so far in this one. And the first shot of the night for him, no good. The kick out to Holiday. Back to Tucker. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. And a wide open look for Portis. His three-pointers off the mark. And there's the foul. Will go on P.J. Tucker. That is his first foul of the game. Teague, he's checked in for the Bucks. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Outside Portis, 6 to shoot. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Not a single shot has gone down this period. It is the very definition of ice cold.
Bucks leading by 6. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
The ability to create shots off the dribble. This may be his area of greatest improvement. Tucker's worked on that.
Pass to Kennard. Left side, Batum. Pass to Mann. Puts up a 3. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
Cousins against Portis. Dishes it to Forbes. He kicks to T. The 3. That one doesn't drop. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Count that one. Now in the free agent race last year, for your money, Greg, who would you have rather take? Kawhi and PG, Kevin Durant and Kyrie.
Oof. Oh,
wow.
I tell you what, it's a tough call. You know, Kawhi's got a couple finals MVPs. KD's got a couple. Kyrie's got a ring. It's a tough call. I mean, PG is more than capable, man. I think it's a toss-up, partner.
I agree. Yeah, I'm going to agree with you. And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Brook Lopez is checked in for Bobby Portis. Giannis comes in for P.J. Tucker. Chris Middleton's checked in for Pat Connaughton. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Bryn Forbes. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And how about the confidence right now from Jackson? Not bashful at attacking and drawing attention from there.
So he gets them both. 1:43 left to play here in the half. Outside Teague. He dishes it to Middleton. Fires, high post. Morris with the rebound. And Morris has got the ball here for Los Angeles. They trail by 7. Milwaukee's gotten into trouble with the 3 ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Middleton can't get it to go.
I'll tell you, he's trying to help them extend this lead, but it's been a tough night for him individually.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
George is checked in for the Clippers.
And when engaged, Rondo is special. A triple-double threat who does a little bit of everything for his squad.
59 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Here's Middleton. And that one hits back iron.
Let's give some credit to the defense for how they're guarding this guy right now, because they're refusing to let him get comfortable. Well, being aggressive and assertive, the big man snatching the rebound.
From the arc. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Jackson passes to Leonard. It's George on the wing. Outside Rondo. That's tipped. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
Just simply overpowers the defense. Giannis flexing the muscles he's added to that near 7-foot frame.
George looking around. Over Middleton. With the clock running down. 10. All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings. A competitive matchup for Milwaukee in the first quarter. They had a 4-point advantage at the end of the... That's all for now.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Here's Holiday. We've got Kawhi Leonard. Ivica Zubac is out there with Morris. Then it's Paul George, and it's Jackson in at the point guard. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue. Now here's Middleton. 6-point lead. From outside, off the mark.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net. Well, hard blue-collar work ethic on display. This guy just beating everyone to the ball.
Giannis outside. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. The Bucks have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line.
And talking about last season, this team hit just 74% of their free throws. I'm sure they were hoping for better than that.
Middleton outside. Shot clock at 6. DiVincenzo kicks to Middleton. From deep. The Clippers grab the miss. Zubac has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Leonard the pass to Jackson. Nobody near Leonard. And Chris Middleton pulls it down.
Boy, he'll usually knock it down if he's left that wide open. Just comes.
Hammering it in.
So strong. Giannis has really added some bulk since entering the league. Helps him absorb the contact.
Now here is George. He's got 6. Great D that time from Middleton.
Well, trying to find themselves in the second half here. Just 1 for 4 from the field. Can someone in the group get hot? Let's see.
Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. From 17 feet out. And there are the Bucks with another bucket.
And just about every one of Middleton's shots is a smart one. Even from mid-range, he's not going to force anything.
George with the bounce pass. Fast break, Milwaukee. Holiday with the ball. The 3. That one's not going to go. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Leonard finds Morris. That's in, and the Milwaukee lead is cut down now to just 7 on the basket from Kawhi Leonard.
This is a small forward who, because he's 230 pounds, can hold his own down in the low post. That is nicely done.
Outside Holiday. Kawhi Leonard comes up with the rebound. Leonard's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Great D that time from Middleton.
I'll tell you, this guy is doing absolutely everything he can to get himself going, but
And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
DiVincenzo can't hit it. Clippers trail by 5. Here's Leonard. Makes good on the step-back jumper. Leonard's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, efficiency from the mid-range has always been a part of Kawhi Leonard's game.
Holiday surveying the floor. 1:12 left to play in the third. And the shot goes in. Holiday's got 7.
He's obviously hit a bit of a dry spell here. Only 1 of 5 this quarter.
To the middle, it's Solomon to Kumbo. DiVincenzo passes to Holiday, and the basket is good.
Oh, a nifty finisher. You didn't think Holiday would back down inside, did you?
There's 45 seconds left in the third. Pass to Jackson. Here's Morris. The rebound by Holiday. Milwaukee leading by 7. A clear look here for Middleton. And it falls over the rim and in. He's got 11.
And this is Middleton's game. He's thinking of shooting it even before the pass hits his hands.
And here's George for 3. Good on the three-point shot.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Outside Holiday. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Milwaukee on top. They're up by 6. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. On the court for the Bucks, they've got P.J. Tucker. He's out there with Bobby Portis, and it's Forbes in at the shooting guard position. Off target with his 3. Clippers trail by 6. Here's Mann. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
Here is Forbes. Kennard covering. Forbes, the pass to Portis. Fires it up. Forbes can't get it to go.
Boy, this guy just can't buy a bucket, and yet they have the advantage.
Batum dishes to Beverly. Here's Cousins. Count that bucket.
Well, I'll tell you this, if the defense collapses, if it makes a mistake momentarily, Beverly has the kind of basketball IQ to take advantage.
Now here's Teague. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. And the call will be against Luke Kennard. That is his first foul of the game. And the Bucks making a change here. Connaughton's checked in. Portis kicks to Teague. Right side, Portis. And he banks in the layup. Portis has got his first points in this one.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Beverly wide open. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Well, Patrick Beverly puts in the time to become a legit threat from range.
Outside Teague to the inside. And the refs are going to rule that unnecessary contact. It's a flagrant 1 foul.
And Kevin, I got to tell you, he's probably fortunate to just get a flagrant 1 there. I mean, so much contact. The officials easily could have gone even harder on it.
Greg, I agree. He'd better be on his best behavior from now on. One more flagrant of any variety, and he's out of here.
No, make no mistake, guys. One of the more effective second-round picks we have in the NBA. Tucker provides a steady diet of production.
A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. DiVincenzo kicks to Lopez. Back to DiVincenzo. Rondo against Holiday. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. And the Bucks miss again. Beverly against Giannis. Now here's Beverly. He's guarded closely. Here's Kennard. And it's good off the back of the rim and in.
A crucial breakdown defensively, and he was quick to make him pay.
We call that execution, getting the ball to the right guy where he can do some damage.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Big group substitution here for the Clippers. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Zubac. Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. Leonard, he's checked in for Luke Kennard. And George is subbed in for Rajon Rondo. And it's Brook Lopez with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. For Los Angeles, they've gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. Up top, Leonard, defended by Middleton, and then Leonard with the dunk.
Kawhi Leonard has been in so many big-time situations. How confident is he right there?
Middleton looking it over, and Holiday has it in the corner. Middleton the pass to DiVincenzo. Kicks it to Giannis. Milwaukee, no good that time either. And here's George. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points.
You see Paul George.
The coach's challenge has been issued. Close game like this, down to the wire, this is what it's for.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, I was able to listen to what Mike Budenholzer told his team during that timeout. He said, this is what we play for, fellas. Let's knock them on their heels right out of the timeout. Show them how much you want it. Go get it. He really is fired up about this game.
Lopez kicks to Middleton. Fires from 18. Milwaukee, no good that time either. And here are the Clippers. They're on a 12-4 run. George finds Morris. Down low. Outside Leonard. The pass to George. Back to Leonard. Inside. Over Lopez. Morris. It falls.
My goodness. Guys, you talk about embracing the moment, burying a key shot. Go ahead, Mr. Morris. We see you doing work.
Pass to Holiday. A three-pointer off the mark.
When you're not in rhythm with the three ball, why do you keep firing from there?
Leonard the pass to Cousins. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Morris trying to free himself up. It's good on the putback. Cousins has got the lead up to 6 now for the Clippers.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way.
Middleton for 3. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession. A 3 off the inbound. And so Los Angeles takes the win. Bravo, David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for... The view high above our broadcast location. And the injury report for both teams. Players who will not be available tonight.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Powell in at the small forward position. And for Los Angeles, we've got Kawhi Leonard, Reggie Jackson out there with Paul George. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Morris in at the 4 spot.
Lillard becoming better at staying patient, knowing that at any point in a possession, he can take advantage of somebody. That time he found the open man.
Now, here's George. Got a piece of it. 6 on the shot clock. Jackson. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
And one thing that I don't think Dame Lillard gets enough recognition for, he's an absolutely fantastic leader for this team. The exact kind of captain you would want.
Dame Lillard doesn't do anything with regards to making excuses for some of the reasons why the team may come up short. All he's concerned with is how can we get better. That's the kind of leader you can get behind.
Los Angeles with another miss.
Well, he's a guy that count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there.
Can't hit from the elbow. For Los Angeles, they've gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. A 3 from Morris drills the three-pointer.
And maybe a deep breath moment for them. They're now 1 for 4 to start the game.
Lillard looking around. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Just straight quickness. Lillard showing off the effortless blow-by.
For Los Angeles, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. George against McCollum. George passes to Zubac. And George kicks to Morris. Los Angeles with a fresh shot clock. Pass to Leonard. And here's George for 3. And no good. And the Trailblazers going the other way. Here's McCollum. Morris with the rebound. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. George, no good.
I know it's about defending the post and the three-point line these days, but still got to be active in the mid-range area, and the defense gets away with one there.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
Now, here's Zubac. Outside, George. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Misses in close.
Yeah, pretty safe to say that this is the kind of game that you just want to flush as soon as you get done with it.
The importance of the three-point shot never greater than right now, and in your eyes, there are some players who are just absolutely dead, solid, perfect from distance.
No doubt about it. And you know, there's three guys to me, though, that kind of separate themselves. And it's one, because you have to honor their ability equally off the dribble, from three, and at attacking the paint. Steph Curry, James Harden, and Damian Lillard. Those three guys can all hit pull-ups and step backs from range off the dribble. They all got great vision, you know, so they can take advantage of defenses that get caught loading a little too much. And then they also are terrific in the paint at getting to the free throw line. So those are the three guys I think that create the most havoc when you start talking about having to guard the three-point line.
Here's Lillard. The Clippers getting the bucket. And the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
George looking over the floor. Fires the three. Morris finds George. And it's George finishing it off.
Well, keep it or dish it. Those are the decisions Paul George is trying to make, and he makes the right one there.
Lillard outside. Stolen by Zubac. Morris dishes to George. That one drops for him. George has got his second basket of the game.
When a player gets a feel for that floater, it can really make things tough on defenders. You're just not sure how to guard them and where your point of commitment is.
Now, here.
Another reminder that Damian Lillard can be explosive, and we love it.
Jackson with it. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And the wide open shot from Morris. Off target from outside. And that does it for the first quarter. Trailblazers lead by 7. And earlier tonight, we spoke with Paul George about how they've integrated.
Everybody has a chip on their shoulder.
Greg, that last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well balanced. This team lives it.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And taking a look at the Trailblazers' performance here, boys, what do you think they're doing or not doing?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, felt like they knew that there were openings in transition and just wanted to keep trying to feed that, get out quick.
Luke Kennard out there with Patrick Beverley. Then there's Batum. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Mann in at the 3 spot. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter. Shoots from the line. Kennard's shot is off.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. Lobs it up for Anthony. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Melo has to be in position for plays like that. That time, perfect position.
Powell against Kennard. Here's Batum. Cousins trying to free himself up. And it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut to just 9 on the basket from Batum. Anthony against Batum. Floats one up. Here's Cantor. He's off on that one. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
No good from Cousins. Portland leading by 9. Cantor inside, defended by Batum. Cantor's shot is off.
for him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Platoon passes to Man, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
You have to credit the aggressiveness offensively because that's when you make a play when you really need it.
Cantor's shot is off.
It's almost as if there's a lid on the hoop for him right now. He still hasn't gotten one to fall in the quarter.
It's tipped. It's stolen by Jones. Anthony kicks to Jones. And Anthony gets it to go on the assist by Jones. And the Trailblazers lead by 9. Rondo passes to Kennard. To the middle and stolen by Lillard. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Lillard against Rondo. To the paint. Got a piece of it. Lillard, right side. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
That's nice form right there for Melo. Doesn't get any easier for him on a shot like that.
Passes it to Kennard. Feeds to Batum. Pass to Cousins. The short one's on the money. Cousins has got his first bucket in this one.
Cousins loves when he has times to show his creative side. That time cutting the D apart like a surgeon.
Lillard against Kennard. Jones the pass to Lillard. Lock at 6. Kicks it to Cantor. And the rejection by Cousins.
How about Cousins with some gritty defense there, showing off his intimidating length on that rejection.
Both teams will make substitutions. Clippers trail by 11. The pass to George. And even 3-on-3 break. Anthony dishes to Lillard. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Nurkic the pass to Lillard. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And the foul called on Los Angeles.
I mean, every year since his rookie campaign, Lillard gets the maximum attention from defenses. They're schemed to slow him down. That's what's so impressive about the numbers that he's put up throughout his career. At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Leading the way at the start, it was Damian Lillard. He had 10 points, 4 assists. And that does it for our...
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. We're seeing a tremendous game from Damian Lillard.
What a menace he was on defense through the first 2 quarters, just disrupting everything.
Yeah, and that's exactly what he wanted to do out there. Everyone he guarded looked uncomfortable.
we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up for the second half. On the court right now for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Powell, and it's Nurkic in at the 5 down low. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Clippers, trailing by 13. A nice shot by George. George has got his team on the board first here in the second half for the Clippers. And for the Trailblazers, they're shooting it very well tonight, around 57%. Here's Lillard. And the rejection by Zubac. Here's Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And don't give a cerebral player like Leonard that kind of opening. He'll read that gap.
Jackson against Lillard. And he gets the whistle. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Portland leading by 9. It's hauled in by the Clippers. George has got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And this is who he has become. Leonard with the great body control, takes the hit and still able to sink the shot, and one.
Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for Jackson. So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
And doesn't like how things are going right now.
The timeout before the timeout here, maybe just to cut off the momentum and have a chit-chat with the team to settle down.
And Portland with the ball. They're scoreless since the first half. Lillard outside. Second chance shot. Covington wide open. He fires. And that one goes long.
Not sure they realize it's not halftime anymore. 4 attempts, and they're still looking for their first bucket.
Kennard, he's checked in for the Clippers. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Enes Kanter's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Jones comes in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard.
Yeah, they've only missed 1 out of their first 5 shots here in the second half, guys. Their offense really moving well, ball snapping, and the shooting looks to be in great rhythm.
McCollum deciding where to go with it. Over Kennard. And it's off the back rim. No good. Now the Clippers with it. They've scored 10 straight. Leonard with no one around. Great look, but off the mark. Trailblazers leading by 3. Jones drives in, and he makes that one.
Now that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference, not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
1:56 left in the third quarter. Beverly the pass to Leonard. Zubac in the post. He's against Kanter. Kicks it out to Leonard. And Kanter pulls it down.
Yeah, one player sometimes can drag down your offense, and he seems to be an anchor here in this quarter.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Yeah, you can see when it's that close, players reacting. Just, oh, man, we just missed that one. Maybe they'll get another chance at it.
Well, they're getting stops, and they're attacking on the offensive end.
Yeah, coaching staff probably loves this, just grinding out defensive possessions, which is helping them get back into their offensive flow.
Carmelo Anthony is checked in for Portland. Lays it up and banks it in. Anthony's got 8 points.
Carmelo really has great footwork down low, showing off the feel right there when he gets near the paint.
Pass to Kennard. Down low, stolen by Cantor. And now McCollum running the floor all by himself, and McCollum with the slam.
Well, CJ, as soon as he gets a step on you, you're pretty much done. Aggressive right there in transition.
And Beverly kicks to Kennard. Batum against Anthony. Back to Kennard. Good D by McCollum.
Well, a lot of players in the league are going to make that shot, and for him, it's pretty much automatic. It's a good defensive effort to prevent the layup.
Looking for Anthony, and gets it there. It's his first trip to the line. The first free throw is good.
Well, Melo undoubtedly still the leader of this team in terms of when they need to calm it down and they need some offense. He's the guy they're going to look to score it.
And here's Beverly. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Dishes it to Cousins. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake. And so it's the Portland Trail Blazers in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. They've got Ivica Zubac. Marcus Morris is out there with Batum. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's Rondo in at the 1 spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Anthony with it. He's picked up by Rondo, and that's an intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Nurkic getting more and more comfortable at finding the open men on this team.
Now Beverly passes to Kennard. Back to Beverly. Kennard with the ball. Craig, you were a physical, defensive-minded player. What are your thoughts on how closely the game is called now as opposed to when you played?
It is, Kevin, and yeah, some people like the physicality of the era I played in, but, you know, I like the beauty of the game with the spacing and the freedom of movement, and I think that's one reason why you see so much switching. It's hard to fight through screens without fouling, and ball handlers have become experts at drawing contact, even if it's, you know, incidental. And I think that's just an area where the game has changed so much that that ability to play in space is so vital.
Lillard outside. Cantor trying to free himself up, and the basket by Lillard. Lillard's got the lead up to 13 now for the Trailblazers. And so Cousins will bring it up for Los Angeles. Here's Beverly. Pass to Cousins. Shoots the three. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
Trailblazers leading by 10. And an intentional foul right there. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. And then for the Trailblazers, Robert Covington comes in for Enes Kanter. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Carmelo Anthony. Lillard up top, defended by George. Kicks it out to McCollum. over Jackson. McCollum finds Nurkic. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. Nurkic has got his first basket.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Outside, George. To the middle. Here's Morris, and Morris throws it down.
Well, Paul George is great at breaking down the defense, and he does it with the pass that time.
Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Lillard dishes to McCollum. The shot, no good. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Pulls it from 20, and it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut down now to just 8 on the basket from Kawhi Leonard. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Lillard attacking, and the rejection by Zubac. And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That is his first foul of the game. Nurkic against Zubac. Morris passes to George. Lets the three fly. And the rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got his 7th rebound here tonight. To the inside. Covington dishes to Powell. Takes it out to Covington. No good with the triple.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Now the pass to Jackson. From deep, George. But they get it back.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Lillard against George. Lillard outside. 6 to shoot. Leonard against McCollum. Nurkic. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. And the Trailblazers lead by 10.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
Yeah, looks like a veteran team tonight. Getting out on the road, playing with assertiveness, confidence, fully in control for this win.
McCollum against George. McCollum outside. Kicks it out to Lillard. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Five seconds left in the fourth. Jackson misses. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. They came in here and took care of it. And with
hey, Kevin.
Terrific. David, thanks. And they'll have some minutes to make up for with an injury in their roster.
Short a rotation player, nothing they can't overcome, but it does shrink your margin for error just a bit.
Now the starting group for the Milwaukee Bucks. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Middleton in at the 3 spot. And for the Trailblazers, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Norman Powell is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the center. So the Portland Trailblazers able to put the first points up on the board. Here's Holiday. Rebound by Nurkic.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup. Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Now here is Holiday. And Holiday throws it down.
And that's how you answer. I'd say he just one-upped him. Pretty good one there.
These two guys really like going at each other, don't they?
Boy, I tell you what, we've got a little bit of a personal rivalry brewing here, fellas.
Here's Covington following the bucket by the Bucks. Lillard dishes to Covington. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up.
And it's always terrific when Covington gets going down in the paint. I mean, this guy can score the ball from anywhere on the floor.
Pass to DiVincenzo. Here's Middleton. And it's good off the back rim and in.
He does not lack for confidence. He shouldn't. I mean, this guy is a dangerous scorer.
Lillard attacking. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
And early on, they look great. They've made all 4 of their shots to start this game.
Holiday looking for an opening. Lopez, great positioning on the putback.
Yeah, bully balling his way to the rack that time. Lopez with a great second effort.
Lillard outside. There's the pass to McCollum. Clock at 6. Lots of room. The rebound by the Bucks.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Teams have dynasties. The 90s, Michael Jordan. We've seen it over the many decades. Over the next decade, though, who do you think is going to lead the pack there?
Ooh, that's a great question. You know, with the way Father Time is treating LeBron, you might have to wait and see because he is still playing at such a high level. But, you know, obviously Giannis has got to be on the short list with the Bucks. For me, I really look at Luka in Dallas. I just feel like with Kristaps Porzingis, that duo could just be deadly with how the game is played. But don't sleep on the Celtics with Tatum and Brown and that group that they have with the front office they have. Man, I think the league overall is going to be in great shape moving forward.
It sure seems that way. Here's Lillard following the basket by Chris Middleton. Lillard with no one around. With nobody on him, he buries the jumper. Lillard's got 8 points.
Impeccable mechanics this quarter. He's been perfect from the field.
And Holiday kicks to Middleton. Kept alive. The kick out to Holiday. Pass to Giannis. Back to Holiday. The Bucks working the ball around. Poked away. Stolen by McCollum. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. That one good for 2.
And we talk about court awareness. There, McCollum doing a beautiful job spotting the open man.
Outside Holiday. And Covington sends it back. And now Portland on the break. Giannis against Lillard. Powell trying to free himself up. And it's Lillard missing.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
DiVincenzo passes to Middleton. Score the basket. His 4th. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight. Portland leading. Here's Lillard. He's got 8. Pulls it from the elbow. The rebound by Middleton.
Well, I cannot believe he didn't capitalize there. And neither can he.
He's an explosive, athletic guard. And I tell you, the coaching staff must love watching Holiday in the open court.
He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And it looks like they are going to review the play. The question, did he get the basket off in time?
And the replay center out in Secaucus.
And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for the Portland Trailblazers. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct.
Humble beginnings. I'm from.
Well, some of the best stories in our league are about guys who struggled to get to where they are today.
And I really hope the young guys out there are listening to this. You don't have to be a 5-star prospect to achieve your dreams.
And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. Guys, what stands out from the Blazers so far?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, you know, I agree. No warm-up needed. They came in on fire and have already built a nice lead.
On the court for Milwaukee here in the second. Bobby Portis out there with P.J. Tucker. Then it's Chris Middleton, and it's Forbes in at the point guard position. Here's Forbes. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That's on Enes Kanter.
You know, it's really interesting to note that Forbes went to the same high school in Detroit as a certain friend of ours. I think the guy's name I'm thinking about here is Chris Webber.
Antetokounmpo's checked in for Chris Middleton. Portland trailing here. To the paint. Kicks it out to McCollum. Pass to Simons. Back to McCollum. Dishes it to Anthony. Shot clock at 6. Banked in off the glass.
And love the muscle Anthony brings to the 3 spot. Takes pride in outworking everyone when he's that deep inside.
Antetokounmpo against Jones. Antetokounmpo kicks to Portis. Pass to Connaughton. The kick out to Antetokounmpo. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. How about that strong defensive performance for this half's Mobile One block?
Every basket's a big one in a tight game, and he is not about to give up an easy look.
Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. Simons. Portis against Kanter. Jones in the post, and he gets the bucket. Jones has got his first basket of the night.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Here is Forbes. And the pass to Portis. And Portis throws it down.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
Now here's McCollum. Tight defense on him. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Portis kicks to Forbes. They get the rebound.
And, you know, that's the hustle and nose for the ball that P.J. Tucker possesses. You've got to get a body on him.
Here's Simons. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Good work there as it goes.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Nurkic checked in for Cantor. Norman Powell comes in for Jones. And Lillard subbed in for C.J. McCollum. The Bucks also changing it up. Lopez, who's checked in for Portis. Giannis Antetokounmpo comes in for P.J. Tucker. And Middleton subbed in for Antetokounmpo. And Portland making a change here. Covington's checked in. Milwaukee also making some changes. Dante DiVincenzo. He's checked in for Pat Connaughton. And it's Drew Holiday in for Bryn Forbes.
You know, since entering the league at age 18, Antetokounmpo has really grown. The Greek Freak, now one of the league's premier talents, no doubt.
Here's Lillard. Lopez with the block. They recover it. And now the fast break. Middleton with the ball. Keeps it alive. Giannis on the follow. Antetokounmpo's got the lead up to 4 now for the Bucks.
Really, you know what? Trying to keep Antetokounmpo off the glass, that's a tough assignment because he's long and he can leap.
Releases from 15. Lillard misses.
Boy, he knows he should have knocked that one down, especially with the defense not giving much of an effort.
Savvy play from Holiday. Quick thinking helps him get the ball to the wide open man.
Lillard looking around. Outside Covington. Kicks it out to Lillard. Shot to stop the run. Giannis with some nice D. And this is his second trip to the line in the game.
And you know, you'll take what he can give you from the free throw line. Looking at his numbers, just really not one of his strengths. Shooting in the low 60s last season.
And we saw it last year, guys, because those numbers were so low. Teams weren't afraid to put him on the line where points were hard to come by for him.
Lillard attacking the 19-foot shot. The shot, no good. And Milwaukee will come the other way.
Boy, just cannot buy a bucket, guys. I'll tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too. Tell you what, he has been feeling it, guys, and the best game plan right now, it's elementary. Just keep feeding him. Let him eat.
Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Boy, how about the effort and energy that time by Covington? Just worked his way right to the glass and got the follow-up basket.
Outside, Antetokounmpo for 3. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie. Chris Middleton came out on a mission in the first. He had 10 points, 2. And that'll do it.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. You know, Chris Middleton has really been making it happen, guys.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of it.
The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Norman Powell, and it's Nurkic in at the 5. So that's who Terry Stotts starts the second half with. Lillard outside. Looking to get back on track here. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Lillard is really a force of nature. I mean, an incredible talent. who torches just about everybody with his scoring ability, making it look effortless. Send this guy to the stripe, he's going to cash in more than not.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. Holiday with it. Now Covington defending. Antetokounmpo, no good.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Now Powell. Greg, I think of you in a New York Knicks uniform, legendary arena you played in. What was that experience like?
Kevin, intense. I remember the first time I suited up in a preseason game. We played the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams went up and down the court 3 times and nobody scored, and the fans started booing. And that's when I knew this is a little bit different. You better bring your A game.
And thicker skin, correct?
That too, yeah. And fortunately, there was no social media or internet back then. Goodness gracious.
Yeah, you know, Lillard has been so good at finding the open man, puts a lot of zip on his passes, and he knows he's responsible for getting his teammates the ball.
Passes it to Giannis. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard.
Covington dishes to Lillard. Back to Covington. And the rejection by Giannis. And it's out of bounds. The Trailblazers able to retain possession here for the Trailblazers. Cantor checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Jones comes in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for Lillard. And Milwaukee also making a switch. Portis is checked in. And Antetokounmpo. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Few better than Giannis completing the play. Incredible strength plus excellent agility.
Carmelo Anthony, he's checked in for Portland. Trailblazers trail by 13. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Cantor against Giannis. It's Solomon to Antetokounmpo. Here we go with Holiday running it up the court. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. And that's now 8 points for Drew Holiday. And Simons has got the ball here for the Trailblazers. Knocks it loose. It's Solomon to Antetokounmpo for the finish. And the jam by Antetokounmpo.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
Pass to Simons. Out to Anthony. Over onto Antetokounmpo, and Anthony gets it to go. Anthony's got his second basket. Milwaukee leading by 15. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. DiVincenzo finds Giannis. And here's Holiday. And so Antetokounmpo looking over it. 4 on the shot clock. Portis can't get it to go. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
It's a scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Milwaukee making a switch here. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Antetokounmpo. Chris Middleton comes in for Antetokounmpo. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Teague in for Drew Holiday.
That should give them a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
And, you know, that's exactly what happens when you don't settle. That's the result. Tremendous effort and a big-time finish there.
Middleton the pass to Tucker. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Yeah, and Teague keeps defenders off balance, out of their comfort zone, and quite often because of that, he's able to draw fouls.
Norman Powell's checked in for C.J. McCollum. And so Teague gets 2 free throws. Trailblazers trail by 15. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Simons. Teague covering. And it's Simons missing. The Bucks have gone 6 of 8 on field goal attempts in the third. A 75% clip. And it's Connaughton missing. And here we go with Anthony running it up the court. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Anthony's got 4 this quarter.
Yeah, just superb focus there from Melo, overpowering the D and still finishes.
And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks. 13 points up at the end of the period. And their ability to... And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost to any offense, too. It adds a whole nother dimension when you've got a big guy that can pass.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. A moment now to reset the lineups, brought to us by Gatorade, all fueled up here for the 4th quarter. Setting the floor for the Bucks. They've got Brook Lopez. Chris Middleton is out there with P.J. Tucker. And it's Connaughton in at the shooting guard position. It's tipped. 6 on the shot clock. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Cantor.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
You know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
Yusuf Nurkic. He's checked in for Cantor. Shot's good by Middleton.
Boy, Tucker ever unselfish in how he goes about his game. Nice job finding his teammate there.
3-pointer, Lillard. Milwaukee with the rebound. 17 points was their biggest margin.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. Scoring breakdown for Milwaukee.
And they haven't been pushed around in the paint at all in this game. They have been the aggressors.
They've also jumped on any opportunity they've had to attack the basket tonight. I mean, excellent penetration.
And Portland making a change here. McCollum's checked in. Lopez right side. Milwaukee needs to get off a shot here. Tucker can't get it to go.
Wow, I'm surprised. I thought that was definitely automatic.
And a wide open look for McCollum. He drains the quick shot.
What a professional. McCollum's reliability on offense is such a gift to his team.
The shot by Middleton, wide open. Offline with his 3.
You know, defensively, you just can't afford to give him that much room. They're fortunate that he missed that one.
And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. McCollum outside. Inside. And the dunk by Covington.
You know, in addition to being a fantastic shooter, Covington is also an incredible athlete. Somebody who looks to drop the hammer when he's free near the hoop.
Middleton outside. For those just joining us, 4th quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. 5 on the clock. Back to Connaughton. Tries from 16. Milwaukee, no good that time either. Trailblazers trail by 9. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. Here's DiVincenzo. Here's Portis. A second chance effort. And the layup is good.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on them.
1:44 left in the fourth quarter. It's good. Lillard's got 4 points in the quarter.
Outstanding handles from the clever guard. Lillard crafty with it in his hand and can create for anybody.
And Antetokounmpo inside. Covington's there. Trailblazers have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. Now here's Giannis. He kicks it to Antetokounmpo. Back to Antetokounmpo. Covington with the steal. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Lillard against DiVincenzo. The dish to Holiday. DiVincenzo passes to Antetokounmpo. Shoots over Powell, and good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. And the Bucks lead by 11. Lillard against Holiday. Fires the 3. Rebounded by the Bucks. 17 points was their biggest margin. Fast break, Milwaukee. Here's Portis. The Bucks keep it going. A new 14-second clock. From deep three-point range. The shot by Holiday, no good. But oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance. The shot by Antetokounmpo. Nobody around. No good there. So no problem for Milwaukee. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Downtown Milwaukee. Short a rotation play. Nothing that they can't overcome, but it does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
They're missing a quality player. Injuries a big part of the game. They've just got to make the adjustments.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Ivica Zubac is out there with Morris. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's Leonard in at the small forward. And for Milwaukee, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the center.
Just superb timing. Lopez stretches out beautifully to send that back.
And Holiday throws it down.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
No reason to do so there. He was going to leave, no doubt.
Now, here's Zubac. Got a piece of it. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession. The great fans and players alike are excited for tonight. This is just not another game on the schedule.
Clash of the Titans in this one. This will be a great test for both teams.
And that was another look at the aggressive D that led to the mobile one block.
Some intimidation right away. Got to show those shooters you're going to be there all night long.
And Middleton kicks to Antetokounmpo. Kicks it down to Middleton. Shoots. Offensive rebound.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Here's Jackson. No good off the back of the rim. The Bucks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Middleton can't get it to go. And here's Los Angeles. Leonard on the wing. Defended by Middleton. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And we all know about Middleton's shooting ability, but don't underestimate his explosiveness at the rim.
Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Los Angeles with another miss.
Nothing going right on the offensive end. 0 for 4 from the field.
Lopez passes to Middleton. Bucks passing it around. And Holiday, here we go. And Giannis with the basket on the assist by Holiday.
Savvy play from Holiday. Quick thinking helps him get the ball to the wide open man.
Jackson kicks to Leonard. Off the mark and the drop continues.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
Middleton can't get it to go.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter. Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
Now, here's George. Puts it up. Easy jumper from very short distance.
How about Paul George? Puts it on the deck, uses that explosive quickness. This guy is really hard to contain.
And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for Milwaukee. Middleton looking it over. He kicks it to Lopez. Pass to DiVincenzo. Right side, Antetokounmpo. Pulls it up. Hits the jump hook.
And I really marvel at the touch of Antetokounmpo for his size and physique. That's incredible.
Now, here is George. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for the Bucks. The shot by Middleton, wide open. Knocks down the three ball. Middleton's got 5 points so far.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
56 seconds left in the first quarter, and they pick up 2.
This definitely helps your offense. You're not relegated to the perimeter with Cousins on the floor. You can create easy opportunities.
Giannis up top. 2 points. That one goes.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
Now, here's Beverly. Doesn't go that time. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Lets it go. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Rondo drives in. Good.
You got to close up any lane to the rim. If you don't, Rondo is merciless in exploiting it.
Here's Connaughton. And not going to go. He misses the first attempt on the night. So as we end the first quarter, already a double-digit ball game. Bucks lead by 11. And we'll get going after this from Milwaukee. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. Guys, we've seen the Bucks really take control here early.
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
PJ Tucker is out there with Antetokounmpo. Then there's Bobby Portis. And it's Connaughton in at the 2-guard spot. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Here's Mann. Passes it to Kennard. Here's Mann. The pass to Beverly. 3-pointer. It's rebounded by Portis.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the 3-ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against it.
Here's Kennard. And that one is stuffed right through.
And that's how they're going to trim this lead. Play tough D, force some turnovers, and then push it in transition.
Pass to Forbes. Shot clock at 5. Here's Giannis. Got it. Good job in the low post. Antetokounmpo's got 10.
And defensively, you hope you've accounted for everything. Then Giannis whips out the floater. Insane.
Now, here's Kennard. Beverly dishes to Cousins. Back to Beverly. Beyond the arc. They get it back. Milwaukee leading by 11. Pass to Connaughton. Jumps up. And he caps off the fast break with a monster slam.
You know, that an area where Tucker continues to improve, making the extra pass.
Now, here's Beverly. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Now, here's Batum. He's covered closely. Rebounded by the Bucks.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him. Quick job of getting up the floor and creating early offense.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
Here's Beverly following the bucket by the Bucks. And that one's good. Cousins. Cousins has got his second basket of the night.
Well, nice finish. DeMarcus has the ability to absorb contact and still make the play.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. To the paint, and stolen by Cousins. And now the Clippers on the break. Beverly with the ball. Misses from close range.
With him scoreless in the latter part of this one, it's awfully hard to come back.
Antetokounmpo passes to Forbes. Top of the key. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. Greg, who would you choose as the best defenders of the NBA pick and roll?
Oof. That is a tough one. This will surprise some people. Nikola Jokic is one of the better big men defending the pick and roll, in part because of his instincts. You know, he doesn't impress me in terms of his physical attributes, but his mind, the ability to anticipate, having a sense of how perimeter players play the game. He's a guy that's terrific. I'll give you an oldie but goodie in Andre Iguodala. He's still terrific. And I pick bigger guys because you've got to be able to switch that and guard smaller players. And, you know, at the center and the swing position, those are two guys that still are very reliable. They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
There's 57 seconds left in the first half of the game. Now Beverly. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Shot clock at 2. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. And here's Middleton bringing it up now for the Milwaukee Bucks. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 15 points. DiVincenzo finds Antetokounmpo. Now here is Holiday. The kick out to Lopez. And again, the Bucks miss.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
That one goes. Count it.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Holiday surveying the floor. And it's in there. Holiday's got 6.
A really smart player. Holiday can find the spaces inside and exploit them for points.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back. It was a big-time first quarter for Giannis Antetokounmpo. He had 12 points. That's all for now. Say goodbye.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You look at Antetokounmpo, and this game has been everywhere.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
Well, you can see why they would continue to play through him. He was tough to stop, super assertive down low, just great work.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Morris. Then there's Reggie Jackson. Then it's Paul George. And it's Zubac in at the 5. Middleton outside. Shoots over Zubac. Middleton can't get it to go.
Well, an 0 for 3 start to the half. You need to pick it up and start to put some pressure on your opponent.
The shot by George, no good.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Milwaukee shooting their first shots of the night from the charity stripe.
And talking about last season, this team hit just 74% of their free throws. I'm sure they were hoping for better than that.
Antetokounmpo's checked in for the Bucks. And a minute played as the second half gets going. Clippers trail by 17. George looking around. Dishes to Morris. On the wing, Jackson. Clippers moving the ball around. 5 to shoot. A nice shot by George.
Well, Paul George has always had that aspect to his game. The mid-range where he can be efficient and effective is absolutely on point.
Middleton outside. Lopez outside. Passes it to DiVincenzo. For 3, Middleton. It doesn't go for him. Great D that time from Leonard. The 3 from George. And no good that time. Now the Bucks take it the other way.
I know he's got to be frustrated right now, but the team is fighting from behind. He's got to stay with it.
Middleton with it. George picks him up. Middleton the pass to Lopez. Shoots over Zubac. And it's sent back by George.
How about the timing from Paul George on that rejection? Twice on the pipes. All right, time now to pick it up. You're 1 for 4, and you certainly don't want to give your opponent momentum.
Kicks it down to Middleton. The 3. Rebound, Kawhi Leonard.
Well, when you've been struggling as he has, you love that your teammates have really stepped up and taken the challenge.
Basket counts.
Well, this is why it helps to have a big man capable of sprinting the floor. Marcus Morris solid at getting to the right spots.
Holiday with it. 6 points for him. Kicks it down to Middleton. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Milwaukee needs to get off a shot here. Over Morris. Milwaukee, no good that time either. Clippers trail by 13. Here's George. And it's George finishing it off.
Well, Kawhi Leonard's passing skills have developed over the years, and if you give him that much attention, he'll find his teammates.
Outside Holiday. The dish now to Middleton. They could use a bucket, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Middleton's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. Los Angeles has gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Here's Leonard, and he goes big with the dunk over Brook Lopez.
Well, don't let Kawhi's quiet demeanor fool you. This guy has athleticism and explosiveness. How about that in style?
And here's Middleton. He has 7. The pass to DiVincenzo. Misses the 3. Clippers trail by 11. It's tipped. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Back to DiVincenzo. Middleton up top. He's covered by Leonard. Middleton the pass to Lopez. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Well, you think back to draft day in 2011. It was quiet then. It became loud as his career went on. But the Spurs get the draft rights to Kawhi Leonard on that day for George Hill. Incredible.
A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Marcus Morris. Kennard, he's checked in for George. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Jackson. Back to Kennard. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks in control with the 9-point lead to end the quarter. The defensive work they've done against Paul George has been a big factor. He hasn't done anywhere near the kind of damage we expected. And we'll be back with you shortly. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. We've got Bobby Portis, Antetokounmpo out there with P.J. Tucker. And it's Connaughton in at the 2 guard. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. Batum, and it's Beverly atop the key. 14 feet away. Milwaukee with the rebound. Portis has got his 4th rebound in this one. Bucks leading by 9. Pass to Forbes. Shot clock at 6. Wide open. Goes back up. Connaughton kicks to Forbes. About a minute played here in the 4th quarter. Nice open look, but it's no good. Down low and stolen by Portis. To the inside. It's blocked. Outside Leonard. Fires from the wing. Tries again. Pass to Kennard.
Come get it, come get it.
Poked away. Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the 4th. Here's Giannis. The fader. Here is Forbes. Kennard covering. The shot's good from Forbes.
And buckets like that have been hard to come by. Not the most exciting game. Both sides look way off in terms of their shooting.
Well, you have to appreciate the defensive battle for sure. Both squads struggling on the offensive end. We call this grit and grind.
Batum and the rejection by Antetokounmpo. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
What a smooth-looking release from Kawhi Leonard. Doing work in the mid-range. That is his comfort zone.
We're in the 4th quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Here's Forbes, and he uses the glass on the layup. Forbes has got 4 points now in the quarter. We know how important the draft is, Greg. It can shape an organization. Talk about some of the best draft day deals of the last couple decades. There have been a lot of them.
Oh, there have been a few. I mean, just coming to mind here recently. How about when Kawhi was traded to the Spurs? That was a huge get. Go back
George
to, how
Hill.
about Kobe going to the Lakers? Mikal and Parrish coming to the Celtics. I mean, we've seen that happen quite a bit. And I tell you what, boy, it can really transform a franchise's future.
Forbes, the pass to Connaughton. Clock at 4. 1:44 left to play in the final quarter. Here's Leonard. Wants to get it to Rondo and does. Kicks it to Beverly. Back to Rondo. Stolen by Tucker. Here's Giannis. Lost contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Just simply overpowers the defense. Giannis flexing the muscles he's added to that near 7-foot frame.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Lopez, he's checked in for Bobby Portis. Chris Middleton comes in for P.J. Tucker. Dante DiVincenzo, he's checked in for Pat Connaughton. And it's Holiday in for Bryn Forbes. In the corner, it's DiVincenzo. Buries it from 3-point range.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for the Bucks.
2 times this season, turnovers have cost them, but they really kept the ball under control.
They were both focused and relentless.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Giannis.
This guy has been shot-making all night long. He commands the rock and takes over.
Outside Holiday. From deep. That one, no good.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
Nobody near George. Drills it from outside.
Well, the 3 ball has become one of the best attributes that Paul George brings to the table. Great form, great touch.
Holiday against Jackson. Outside Holiday. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. It's Jackson with the drive. George got it.
Paul George loves delivering when the game is on the line at his absolute best.
And so the Bucks take the win. They didn't make it. David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks.